Did it work? I'm really nervous. I haven't done this in 3 years, so I really hope this worked correctly. Okay, it did. Let's go. I spent like freaking 25 or 30 minutes this morning trying to get everything connected because I stream over on Twitch. So I had to get everything moved over to this channel, and I'm glad that worked correctly. What is up? Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Yo, MB. What's going on, man? I'm gonna add you as a mod over here. Change Whop words, Chapman. There we go. Yo, what's going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? Yo, what's going on? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you. Hold up. I'm going to keep this pulled up over here because this is way easier to manage. Okay. Yo, Rin, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Fish Tanks, what's going on? Black Aspect, what's up? Good to see you. Binko, what's up, bro? Don't forget to redeem the code, Binko. Please. Please don't forget to redeem the code. I'm not mod on your main. Oh my gosh, you're not. Did I remove that at some point? Or maybe this is a new, maybe that's a new account. There we go. Now you're good. I may have like went in and removed everybody since it's been literally like 3 years since I streamed over here. Yo, good morning. Good morning. What's going on? Good afternoon now for me, but hello, hello. Yeah, so today we are going to be creating a Discord server for my thumbnail artist. He's one of my really good friends. He does YouTube himself, and he is wanting to get a Discord server set up. So I'm going to be creating that on stream today for all of you guys to kind of see firsthand how I create a server. You guys are welcome to ask any questions while I'm doing so. It's going to be just kind of a chill, laid back thing, you know? So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'll be live for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long to take this. So yeah, should be pretty fun. Looking forward to you being able to tug on new tickets. Yes, I should be back open on Monday. So the 22nd is when I'm planning to reopen for new orders. So yeah, can we get a, hold up, let me create a little pin message in here. Oh wait, that didn't enter down like I wanted it to. Okay, hold on, that was dumb. You can't shift enter on YouTube, what the heck? //discord.gg/gesture. Okay, there we go. I wanted to pin that just to have it up there. Okay. Yo, B, what's up? What's up? Yo, PMB, what's going on, man? What's going on? All right, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Can I swap this scene over? Let's put this probably up here. $42.42. There we go. Okay, cool. Publish that. All right, so we're just gonna kind of jump into it. We are going to go ahead and get started on the server. I've got some notes over here. He sent me some notes of kind of what he's looking for. So we're going to get a solid foundation set up, send it over to him, and then anything that he's looking to kind of change up, whatever, you know, obviously we'll do that. The reliable colon. Yes. Very much so. Okay. So first step is we are obviously going to create the server, the games community. I wish I could make this chat like a little bit bigger. I hate how small. Can I just like zoom in on this? Okay, there we go. I guess that works. I haven't streamed on freaking... I stream on my second YouTube, my gaming stuff, but I don't like actually really use the YouTube studio. I usually just use like the OBS thing. That's gonna take getting used to. Okay. So, first things first is we're gonna come over to my server and grab a couple of nice little flare symbols, and we're gonna just send them here so we can be able to use those throughout the creation. That'll be very handy. Yes, so he used to have one. Onion Trooper, he used to have one back in the day, but he deleted it because he's kind of shifted his focus a little bit. So he's wanting to set up a new one for kind of the new community that he's been growing and fostering. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to create a welcome category, which basically every server would have. So welcome and info. Also going to go ahead and create a section for the moderators to go ahead and set up the community settings. We'll set up the permissions on that later. Are you going to shout out his YouTube too? Yeah, let me, I can't pin, I wish I could pin 2 comments. Yeah, you guys are welcome to go check him out. He doesn't post on YouTube too much anymore. His main focus is threads. I don't know if you guys are familiar with threads at all. It's like the Instagram's version of Twitter. That's where he's like really, really active and really building up like a really cool community. Yeah, there we go. He can spam it. Yeah, there we go. I figured he was probably in here. Yeah, go give him a follow, dude. He is super active over there. He's been like blowing up and really creating like a super awesome community over there. So we're getting a Discord server set up for him to basically allow him to have like, you know, more organized conversations, build up more of a personable connection with a lot of his followers, because that is what Discord is really great at, you know. Of course, you can like, you know, talk with your community through comments and stuff, but it's never as like interactive and personable as something like a Discord server, you know, can be, you know. So I'm good at making Discord servers, but I'm bad at permissions. Yeah, they can be tricky, dude, especially because like where a lot of people get tripped up is you just have so many different types of permissions, right? Like you have role permissions, then you come in here and you have channel permissions, and then you come in here and you have category permissions. So it can trip a lot of people up. A really big thing I notice a lot of times, and to give you guys a tip, is a lot of people will come into their channels and like for @everyone and for members and stuff, right? They'll just come in here and start turning off like manage channel. They'll just start turning off everything that they don't want their members to do, when in reality, yes, you can do that, but it's a little unnecessary, because basically what this slash right here means on the role permissions, if you're not aware, is it's going to default to whatever the role permissions are for that role, right? So @everyone, if it has a slash on view channels for the channel permissions, basically what that means is it's going to default to the role permissions for @everyone. And if we come look at the role permissions, manage channels is turned off. So there's no need to actually disable that at the channel level, because it's already disabled at the role level. Doesn't have Discord. Yeah. And it's really confusing how they went about that. Like this whole, oh, it doesn't even give me the, maybe I have to create a role. Oh, wow. It says that oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. This whole thing, it's very confusing how they went about it. I've been having to help like kind of explain what this means to a lot of people. I just feel like they could have worded this way better, you know? And I mean, I don't know who you would want to pin messages that wouldn't basically be a mod that would be able to delete messages as well. I don't know. I feel like they should still just be the same permission, because I'm not going to give anyone in my server the ability to pin messages that's not already a moderator. So I guess it's cool in theory, like you can separate those. It's cool to have the option, I guess. But yeah, it definitely was confusing for a lot of people to kind of have to go through that. Your dog is wanting to try your pizza. I don't know if I would let your dog do that. But hey, I'm not a doctor, or I'm not a vet, so I don't know. Yo, Wazzy, what's going on? How about I said the name right? Good evening to you. Good evening to you. If you're here to help me learn a lot about Discord, yo, awesome, man. I appreciate it. Love to hear that. Appreciate you coming to the stream. Hope everything's going well for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay out a little bit more of the foundation here. A lot of this stuff I'm doing right now is just stuff you would see at every server. You know, your general stuff like your rules channel, your announcement channel, all that stuff. Something cool that Discord rolled out that you guys, if you've made a server recently, hold on, how do I spell announcements? If you made a server recently, you know, you used to never be able to like have this emoji button here. And you used to have to do a workaround. Like on Windows, you see me doing this. I still do it just because it's like muscle memory now from how many servers I make. But you used to have to hold down the Windows key and press the period button, and that would pull up the emoji keyboard for you to send emojis. Well, now they have a built-in emoji button here, which is very cool. One thing I wish they would add to this, and hopefully they will now that they kind of have the framework here, is let you set up custom emojis on your channel names, right? So right now you can only use like native Discord native emojis like that are just universal. If they added the functionality for you to create, for you to add in your own custom emojis you've uploaded to your server, that would be really cool. Bot permit, yeah, mobile is very hard. Speaking of mobile, I'm not doing it next week, but hopefully like within the next couple of weeks. Next week I'm doing a video. I'm finally doing a video on a deep dive on Me 6. A lot of people have been asking for that. So I'm finally going to do kind of a deep dive on like how to set everything up with Me 6, you know? But after that, I'm going to be doing a video where I challenge myself to create an entire server strictly using my phone. Right? So I'm not going to be able to use my computer or anything related to desktop whatsoever. I'm strictly just going to use my phone and see how good of a server that I can create strictly from my phone. I think that'll make for a really cool video because I have heard, I mean, I know from experience too, because I use Discord on my phone, but I don't do any like setup stuff. I'm just like replying to messages and just casually using Discord on my phone, you know? But I have gotten probably thousands of comments up to this point of how difficult it is to set up a server on your phone. So I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to do the best I can. And throughout the video, hopefully I can like give some tips that make it a little bit easier. You know, like right now there's things that like the onboarding system, you can't come in and set up onboarding on your phone via the mobile app, but there is a workaround that you can do it via the browser. So I'm going to hopefully be able to show some different tips and tricks like that to help a little bit when creating a server on mobile. Yo, what's up, Logan? Yeah, and B, to that point, yeah, they need to add the little emoji button to mobile very bad, because you can't, when you create a channel on mobile, you can't click your emoji button on your keyboard, like your phone's built-in keyboard on the screen. It takes away your emoji button. So you can't do that. The only way to do an emoji on mobile is to come in here and like send the emoji into a channel and then copy it from the channel, and then it's so annoying. So hopefully they will add this little feature here to the mobile app, because it's very bad. It's very annoying. Jordan, what is up, bro? What is good? Dude, you know I can always hook you up, man. Toes only, eh? You know I can always hook you up. Okay, let's go ahead and enable our community settings. So we are going to set that up. And what's cool about that is it gets a lot of our permissions already set for @everyone. We're going to come in and edit a couple things like turning off the ability. This is a really underrated thing that people don't realize. I highly recommend turning off the ability for your members to create threads, because something that is very more common now is the mobile version of Discord. Whenever a user is inside a read-only channel, at the bottom hovering over the message bar, if you have the permission for threads enabled, it now gives them a pop-up saying create a thread. So you may notice if you have a server, people are creating a bunch of threads in your read-only channel sometimes. It's because the mobile version now gives them a little pop-up where they can be like, hey, create a thread in this channel. So it's also on Twitch. No, this is not on Twitch. I do stream on Twitch. I only stream gaming stuff over on Twitch though. Usually only like once a week on Friday nights. I'd like to get more active with it, but I just kind of do it as a chill thing now, honestly. But yeah, I do have a Twitch. If you want to follow it, it's the same username as here. I just don't, I don't promote it too much because I'm just not super active over there. Okay, we got some of the core channels built. Let's go ahead and set up roles so we can set up permissions as we go, because I really like to do that. I'm going to create a bunch of roles here because there's a few different things that we're going to do. I'm going to set up just a few things that I think that Justin would like. Justin is I Don't Beat Games, who we're creating the server for. I'm going to set up just a few different things that I think he would, you know, that would be useful for him, as we go throughout this video. And then obviously once I send stuff over to him, he can kind of turn on, off, whatever he doesn't want. Is where I can get free Discord servers? Oh God. I want to say yes to that, but that's going to open a floodgate. You turn off threads in your Discord server because of that problem? Yeah, it's a very, very common thing now that they kind of push that as a little pop-up on the mobile app. Yo, what's up, Bolt? Okay. So we're going to put owner at the top. Admin's going to be next. Moderator's going to be next. Then we're going to put bot next. Then we're going to start diving in. We're going to set up a leveling system for him. I don't know if he's going to want it or not, but we're going to set it up and see how it goes. We're also going to have like ping roles. So these are little dividers I like to make when creating a server. It just keeps kind of, it's not going to be like synced up. Like if you come look at my server, for example, it's not going to be like role dividers where it's like this, where they're like fully divided over here. It's more just for separation on the back end to kind of keep things organized over here. If you ever have to jump into your server settings and managing your roles, it just makes it a lot easier when you have stuff organized like this. You're getting tagged as a likely spammer. Yeah, I don't really know. B might be able to know. B's pretty knowledgeable with some Discord stuff. I don't really know exactly what triggers that. I've asked Golden Dev, who's one of my bot devs that I'm really close with, and he has told me that he's not really 100% sure what actually like flags you as that. But I know one thing is probably like Matt, if you try to like DM a bunch of people from servers, I know that's something that'll trigger it. I don't know what else triggers it. Is there any suspicious activity you've done within the last like week or two that could have caused that? Okay. So we're just setting up a few roles to get the foundation of stuff here. So as we're going through and creating stuff, we can set permissions up on all the channels as we go. I just noticed I double created that. So these are going to be for a nice little leveling system that we set up. And then ping roles. I know he wanted to have verified news alerts. So we're going to have verified news alerts. We're going to have set leak alerts. And we're also going to have unconfirmed rumor alerts. And we'll probably do a region one too, just so he has a nice idea. I like region roles a lot. It gives you an idea of kind of where your community is from and like the different time zones and everything, you know? It can help you plan out different types of content and stuff, you know? Like if people select that they're from Europe, then I know that they're roughly like 5 to maybe like 9 hours ahead of me or something. So it gives me, it can really help kind of planning stuff out if you're trying to grow a pretty big server. So we're going to come in North America. We're going to come in South America. We're going to come in Europe. We're going to come in Asia. We're going to add Africa, and we're going to add Oceania. Cool. Okay. You gotta stop spamming that, bro. We've already answered that. So, yeah, if you keep doing that, we're gonna time you out. We don't want to have to do it, but we're gonna have to do it, baby. What are my favorite Discord bots to use? Sapphire is my favorite. If you aren't in my community server already, I have it in the pinned comment. Join the community server that we have over here. We have a bunch of really helpful stuff here in the FAQ channel. And if you come to the, which one is it? Where can I find out? Oh yeah, Discord Essentials. So one of my good friends, designer Janil, he has listed out a bunch of different helpful bots that we recommend. So these are all of like a lot of the best bots that I would recommend using, right? Sapphire, definitely one of the main ones, just because it offers pretty much everything you would want to do in your server for free. With the except, like, you know, the reason I recommend this so much is it offers pretty much everything for free. You don't have to pay for anything. Yeah, we got a bunch of helpful stuff over here. Definitely recommend, if you're not in the server, come and join. We got a bunch of, I need to organize this page a little bit better. But we've got a lot of really helpful stuff in here, right? We've got a rules template over here. If you're looking for like a general rule set for your server, this is what we're actually going to use. I'm going to go ahead and copy this because we're going to use this exact thing inside Justin's server to give him something to start with. I'm going to obviously post that in a little bit of a better format, but yeah, we got a lot of really cool stuff over here. So if you're not already in, definitely join up. We have a really good Discord help channel. You can, any questions related to Discord you have, you can always jump in, ask them in here. Myself and a bunch of other people in the community that are really knowledgeable about Discord, we're more than happy to help you out with stuff. So definitely don't hesitate to drop any questions in there as you come across them. Okay, so now we have those roles created. We'll come in and go ahead and set up this section behind our moderators. We're going to remove the mod role from the admin channel because that's going to be private for just the admins. Do channel specific permissions override role permissions? Yes. So if you're, for example, I don't know how long you've been here, but we touched on this a little bit earlier. So for example, for the member role, manage channels is turned off. If we come over here to the welcome channel and we come to our, if we add the member role and we turned on manage channels, they would be able to manage this specific channel's permissions and everything, right? They wouldn't be able to do it with every other channel in your server, but they'd be able to do it in this specific channel here. So yes, channel permissions will override your role permissions that you have. I'll definitely check them out. Thanks. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries, no worries. What should I set up onboarding on mobile? Yeah, so you can, you just have to, you have to use the mobile version, or you have to use your, like, you have to use the browser version of Discord. So whatever browser you have on your phone, I don't know if it works on all of them. I know it works on Google Chrome. If you open up Chrome on your phone and then go to Discord's actual website and then like pull up Discord via your phone, your server on your phone, you can set it up there. But you can't set it up via the actual app. Chrome, Safari, Firefox, DuckDuckGo all work, I think. Oh, that's huge. Thanks for letting everyone know. That's actually huge. Okay, let's lay out a little bit more here. I'm going to set up a few things really quickly. So we're going to set up the overarching community section. We're going to have a pop culture section that's more geared towards pop culture conversations. We're also going to have a forum area, forum discussions. What should we use for this? I don't really know yet. We'll probably change this in a bit, but for now we'll just use, I actually kind of like that. It kind of looks like an anime style thing. I'm trying to make a community server. There's an issue. I need 5 channels people can message in, but I want them to be verified first through me. So what will be great for that? So I imagine you're wanting to utilize the onboarding feature. So you don't have to have 5 channels that people can message in to have a community server, but you do have to have it to, what am I trying to say? I just lost my train of thought. You do have to have it for the onboarding feature. But what I would recommend, I'm going to drop a video for you in the chat if you want to watch it later on or even now. This will, let me tag you in it so you can see it. I would recommend using Discord's application feature alongside onboarding. So Discord's application feature will allow you to set up like a 1 to 5 questions, a questionnaire before a user joins your server. I think I have it set up here actually to give you like a preview, right? Yeah, so it'll give them up to 5 questions that they have to answer before joining. So you can have them do this, and then you and your mods will have to manually approve the user. After you approve them, they'll then still go through your onboarding flow. So that will allow you to utilize the actual onboarding feature while also getting to manually screen all your members via the application that they submit. Just remember, for anyone to join the server, you or your mods are going to have to manually approve them. It'll be up here in your members tab, and then you can look at your pending applications. You can also see any rejected or approved applications up here as well. So that would be the perfect solution to be able to do that. That's actually true. I never thought about that. That would actually help a lot with like fake accounts and scammers and impersonators. I bet they would literally, like, it'd probably be very obvious as to who is a real member and who is not a real member. That's actually pretty funny. Okay. Let's see. We're going to do... Going to do a DC channel. We're going to do, oh, that was the wrong key. I always hit Windows keyboard, Windows comma instead of Windows period. We're going to do Marvel. And also, I actually don't think we're going to put TCG there. We're going to come in and create a few different forum areas. I don't know what I'm going to do for those yet. So we're going to do a Marvel forum, a DC. I kind of want to do discussions. I think that sounds a lot better. We'll probably change these emojis up as we go. I'm just kind of setting a foundation here. This part's really minimal. Discussions. I want to... Oh, wait, I made that the wrong thing. Let's delete that. I need to set it as a forum channel and DC discussions. You can trim DC and Marvel to MCU discussions and DC discussions. Okay, so up here, yeah, I was going to say, I think, yeah, do you think you would prefer to have text channels for them or forum channels for them? Because I know you mentioned wanting to have like 4 more organized discussions for like, oh wait, I'm tripping out. Hold on. I'm reading my notes wrong. This is what the forum channels are for. Okay. I'm just dumb. Hold on. I figured this out. It was going to be for the trading card game. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm just not smart. TCG discussions. There we go. I tend to make too many channels, but I like having it organized into categories. Yeah, it's a big mistake a lot of people make is creating a ton of channels, right? A lot of people think that like just having more is better, but in reality, especially when you first start out, you don't have a lot of members, you don't want to have just a ton of channels that members have to scroll through and figure out what channels people are actually active and engaging in. It's going to just kind of kill off the engagement in your server overall, right? So when you start out, you definitely want to set up, you don't want it to be just like 3 channels, but you want to set up just enough to keep people engaged to where they don't feel overwhelmed when they first join, right? How do I do Twitch ping? You just create the role and then, what are you, like, how do you like set it up as a reaction role, or what are you asking in that question? Did you put the dot in the chat so I can copy it? Yeah. That's the one I'm using for channels, and this is the one I'm using for categories. The only thing to note about this one I'm using for categories is if you are on a Mac OS device, like a MacBook or anything, that little tiny line shows up very weird on Mac. You can see here on PC, it looks really clean. It's just a small little line. But on Mac, it shows as like a big line, and it doesn't have the spacing, and it kind of squishes the emoji and the text together. Doesn't really look good on MacBook. That's the only thing to note. But on Windows and on mobile, it looks really good. Let me copy this one again. Okay, so we're gonna do Lorcana. Oh wait, no, I wanted to do Magic for this one. Magic the Gathering. We're gonna do Lorcana. Make TCG discussion something like the show floor. So everyone under it can be in recent. Everything under it can be in recent to buying books, figures, art, showing off collections. Okay, gotcha. Would you rather go the route of just having a bunch of text channels for it then, or do you want like an actual forum channel for each one? Okay, cool. Cool. That's huge. Yeah, forums are cool in theory. They're just still so underutilized on Discord. I don't know. I like people on Discord just don't want to put in the extra, even though it's literally only a couple extra button clicks. People just don't want to put in the effort to make a forum post on a server. I don't know. Like a year or so ago, I tried to convert Discord help into a forum channel because it would keep these conversations a lot more organized. But when I did that, it literally killed the engagement and interaction on the channel by like 90%. Like we went from getting like, you can see how many people are kind of conversing and asking questions in here every day. It literally went to like multiple days in a row where just no one was asking anything. And then the other issue is they would just come to general and start asking here. So, yeah, people just don't utilize forum channels as much as they're really cool in theory. And if you have a community that does start utilizing them, it's super cool. But yeah, a lot of people just don't do it. James, you could set up a leveling system for that. If you're familiar with the leveling system at all, that would you could basically set up to where when a user has sent enough messages and hit a certain level, they get assigned a certain role, and then that role that they get assigned unlocks new areas of the server, right? So you could set it up like that. Okay. We need an alert section. The only thing I don't know if we're going to be able to do also, Justin, is, or at least not for free, is like when it comes to some of these alerts, if you still want to do them, and you don't have to give me solid answers to this stuff today. Like once we get a foundation set up, it's really easy to just add and remove certain channels and reorganize it, you know? But in regards to the alerts, you can't do that. Like if you want to pull anything from like Twitter or certain other places like that, you can't really do it for free anymore. Everything is pretty much paid now, unfortunately. I know when you had your old server, we set up a system where it kind of pulled certain tweets from like the Marvel account and stuff. So if there's certain accounts that like you wanted to follow and get alerts from in your server, you unfortunately can't do that free anymore. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You could just have it where you rely on the community to do that. That's actually cool. It could be people with like vetted people with a certain role too. Like I know you wanted a journalism role whenever a journalist role and everything. So like you could have dedicated members of the community that you trust a lot to be able to send out alerts like that and everything. Yeah, I think that'd be a good solution for it then. We'll do that. Set leaks and unconfirmed rumors. Yeah, I have a video on a leveling system. If you want to check it out, James. You basically set that up, and then, like I said, just set up a role that coexists with it and everything. Are you able to tell me how much you're charging to create a basic server? Yeah, so right now I run a flat rate of $85 US. It's all inclusive, covers literally anything, everything you want. If you want to add, like, no matter how many bots you want to add, whatever, it's all included in that one rate. I don't upcharge for any specific features, any specific functionality, anything like that. You tell me what you want, I set it all up for that one price. If you're interested in more information, I will have the link. I actually can't put it there. I have it right here. I thought I had it right there. I don't have it right there. Hold on. Let me turn off streamer mode, grab the link. Okay, there we go. Streamer mode, back on. Okay. Yeah, so if you want more info, the link is there, Kai. You're welcome to join. I'm not accepting new orders right now. I'm not going to be accepting new orders till next week. But yeah, definitely would love to help you out. Is it possible to create hidden Easter egg roles that members can unlock by typing a specific word, using a command, or posting a specific Unicode character? That I do not know off the top of my head. You could maybe use Me6's like automation feature, which Me6 is a paid bot, so this wouldn't be something you could do for free. You could maybe use Me6's automation feature to do something like that, but I don't know if that would be possible even with Me6's feature. So let's come in and give our moderator role a few permissions. We're going to let it view the audit log. Obviously, we'll be able to customize these more if Justin would like to do so. We're going to do manage messages. And that's all we're going to do. We're also going to create that journalist role. We're going to put it up here. I know we wanted a creator role too, so we're also going to create that. Going to give the bots the admin permission. We're going to save the changes there. Journalist, I know he wanted a creator. Boom, boom. I like that color. Journalist, let's do like an orangey. Okay, we're not going to give any extra permissions right now for those. My efforts are not working while showing my age. Oh no. I'm gonna make some notes on how my server. Yeah, if you're able to, yeah, just take down some notes on kind of what you're looking for. In the ticket channel in my shop server here, let me make sure I don't open it on someone's private conversation. Okay, I don't have it. Once you open a ticket though, once you come in here and you actually open a ticket, it's gonna, there's a few different like bullet points you'll be able to see. But yeah, if you can just jot down some general information on kind of how you want the structure to look, any specific features you're looking for, functionality from bots, anything like that, then yeah, you just send that over to me once I'm back open next week, and I'd definitely be happy to get it all set up for you. And obviously I offer unlimited revisions and everything. So any of you guys that are looking to work with me, I don't charge. If there's a lot of stuff you want to change afterwards, I'm not going to charge you to make any changes like that. As long as it's within reason. Like if you tell me to recreate the entire server, obviously that's not something that's gonna be within the wheelhouse, you know, but, yeah. Okay. So we got, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes over here. I know we're going to have an editorial channel. We'll probably put that here for now. Gotta copy this again. I wish Windows would allow you to somehow like copy multiple things to your keyboard. Do you know how helpful that would be? Editorial. It's read only except for journalists. Okay. Cool. Metaverse community server. How can I create channel headers and banners in a text channel? Like the graphic design stuff, like the actual graphics. If so, I can't really give you any tips on that. I am not good at all when it comes to graphical work. So I wouldn't be able to tell if you're asking like where you would go, like what's the best tool or software to create those. I unfortunately can't really give you any recommendations on that because I am, I don't do any, the person we're creating the server for, I don't be games in the chat. He's the one that does all my graphic work. In terms of like thumbnails, everything you see on the YouTube channel has all been done by him. I'm very bad when it comes to that stuff. You don't want to see some of the thumbnails I tried to make like 7 years ago when I first started. They were very bad. Very, very bad. Dang, I wish there was something to automate threads, Justin. That would be cool. Is there a Discord bot that automates threads? Thread post. It's gonna pop up something about Discord threads itself. Yeah, I knew it, dude. Dang it, that's gonna be rough. I don't know if I'll be able to do. That'd be so cool though. If we could freaking do automated thread post, dude, right into the server, that'd be great. But I don't know anything that offers that. Dang. Something that won't scroll away like a pin post. Is this going to be in like a read-only channel or no? Is it going to be in like a introductions channel or something? Canva, yeah, I have heard Canva is good and Photopea is pretty good too. I've heard both of those are pretty good. There's some great recommendations from the chatters. Love your channel, Yo Yash. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Okay, so let's do a little side by side. We're gonna set up a couple bots here and then work on the rest of the kind of channel layout in a minute. So we're gonna start with Sapphire, obviously. Very, very great bot. We're gonna go ahead and add it into the Discord server. I don't beat games community. I'm gonna go ahead and authorize. Sweet. We are going to add the admin role to myself. We're gonna add the bot role to the bot. And first things first, we're going to take the rules that we copy and pasted over here. Again, if you want these rules, they're in my community server in the FAQ channel. We're going to create a rules template. We're going to come over here, server rules. I got told off for buying me 6. Dude, it's crazy how many people, like, they're like, people have genuine hate for that bot. Like, it's crazy. I get they did some suspicious stuff, you know, with like DMing all the server members. They were trying to get into like NFT stuff, you know. But I mean, that was literally like 3 to 4 years ago. The NFTs craze was like 2021. Like that was literally 4 years ago. They haven't done anything in regards to that. And the bot has literally been 50% off. Like a fun fact for you guys, if you didn't know, this little 50% off upgrade, if you like click on it, it's got, okay, it doesn't have a timer anymore, but it had like a 9-hour timer. Like the sale was going to last for 9 more hours. It's just a built-in program thing that it puts it on there every single time you, load the page, it refreshes it to 9 hours. Wasn't a lifetime subscription? No, the lifetime subscription has always been $90. I don't think it's ever went up in price, actually. The monthly stuff has went up in price, but like the subscription ones have went up over time. But the lifetime has always pretty much been the same to my knowledge. It's $90, but it's on sale, 50% off. It's been on sale literally since like March of this year. It's $45, and I know there's a lot of people that hate me 6 out here, and I do. Like I wish they offered some kind of free functionality just so you could add the bot and play around with it a little bit before you pay, but they just don't offer any free functionality. But in terms of what you get for $45, literally everything that you could want to use. Like this bot runs my entire server here, like the ticket system, like it literally does everything in the server, all of our auto moderation, like everything. It's the best like bang for your buck, if you want to say it that way, right? It's just preference, man. A lot of people, you can create an entire Discord server for free. The big plus side to Me 6 is it's an all-in-one bot. You can do everything that you can do everything with the singular bot. Like that's what I was saying about my server. Everything that we do in that server runs through Me 6, right? So for example, our auto moderation through Me 6, our welcome system through Me 6, our leveling system through Me 6, our ticketing system through Me 6, all of our automations that we have for the role dividers, all is done through Me 6. Our embedded messages, all done through Me 6. Our temporary voice channel system that we have through Me 6. It also offers social alerts, though I like to send my own out, so I don't use that. Giveaways, Me 6. Birthdays, all through Me 6. Economy system, all through Me 6. Like literally anything that you would want to set up, pretty much you can do through Me 6. And I don't want to sound like, I'm not trying to sound like a Me 6 shill right now. Like, that's why I don't, you guys, I'm finally doing my first video on Me 6 in the 6+ years I've been doing content on YouTube, right? Is the subscription worth it? It's definitely really good. But don't feel like it's something you got to start with. We can set up a few different bots to do everything that you would want to do for free. And then, you know, if it's something that you would want to do later down the road, you know, that can always be, it wouldn't take too long if you want me to jump in and kind of move everything over to Me 6, you know. So what we're doing right now is setting up the rule screening feature. We're gonna go ahead and copy all of these rules over here. So people will have to verify and agree to the rules of the server when they join. Pretty cool. Definitely recommend using this over any other verification type of system. In my own opinion, I think verification systems with other bots where you like click a button and stuff is just super outdated and doesn't really serve a purpose when you have Discord's built-in one that will check if they have a verified email address on their Discord, and then also force them to actually read and agree to the rules, which is what most bots are doing, is just clicking a button, right? And what's cool about that is all of the bots with their join roles. So like Sapphire, we're going to set it up to assign the user a member role when they first join. It can be set up to wait to not assign them the role until it detects that they've actually completed the rule screening. So that's really cool. Yo, legend, what's going on? What's up, Froggy? Someone create a similar bot for free. I don't know. There's no other bot on the platform that's as big as Me6. That Sapphire is the only bot, and I am honestly very, very surprised that they have not. It's another reason why I recommend them so much. They've really stuck true to their word, and the only thing they charge for is custom branding. And this isn't something you need. This doesn't take away any of the functionality of the bot. You can still use all of its features for free, and it has crazy high limits like embedded messages. You can literally have up to 100 for free. You won't find that with any other bot. It's just too much of a, like, Me6 couldn't offer everything for free. It's just too much to run. You know, they got to make money somehow. So there are a lot of other bots that are popular, like Dino and stuff, that they at least have like a decent balance in terms of what's free and what's paid. Me6 just doesn't have any free features anymore. They're fully paid. But I think part of the reason they do that is because they know their value, and they're pretty much the only like all-in-one bot like that. And the reason I like Me6, and if you're gonna go for a paid version of a bot, is because they have a lifetime option. Every other bot is subscription based. So like Dino, you can't pay a lifetime fee. You're gonna have to pay every single month or every single year. And eventually you're going to surpass what you would pay for Me6, right? Yeah, they have not done anything to Dino's dashboard in years. Same with Carlbot too. I don't know why those bots are still so popular. They just feel so outdated. Like, there has been nothing done with their dashboards in year. I don't even know if they're adding really any functionality to the bots anymore. They're probably not. I mean, to be honest, Me6 really hasn't added a lot of functionality over the last year. They added blue sky alerts and kick alerts within the last year, but they're really not adding too much extra functionality outside of that within the last couple years. But at least the dashboard has really been cleaned up and really flows pretty well, right? Versus Dino is literally, and Carl, I think have literally stayed the same since they were created. But yeah, anyways, enough about Me6 and all. That is just my personal recommendation. I will have a video out next week going over how to set up pretty much everything. Not every single feature, but all of like the really useful and essential stuff. I have a video coming out next week where I'm going to show you how to fully set up like all the useful stuff. I'm probably just going to go over what I do in everything I have set up in my server. I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up. So that'll be really cool. Cool. So we've got our rules posted. We've got the join role set up. Let's go ahead and set up a welcome message as well. For Justin's server, we might end up utilizing the server guide, though we might not set that up just yet. We're going to set up some basic automod here to block out some spam. Message spam. We're going to give it a quick test. It worked, but it didn't post the log report. Maybe we need to just wait a second. Let's try again. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong channel. It did post the log report. Okay, there we go. Cool. So now Sapphire will automatically delete any message spam, and we will make our 3 staff roles immune. We'll also go ahead and probably do the journalist role and the creator role because those will be trusted members in those roles. We're also going to block out Discord invite links because we just don't want those with how common the freaking invite spam hack thing is. If you get invited to a server and they ask you to go and scan a QR code on a website to verify yourself, make sure you don't do it. That is going to get your account stolen, and it will start spamming Discord invite links to every channel in every server you're in. Yes, the NSFW links, exactly. What's going on, by the way, Cole? Appreciate the kind words, man. Me6 is 45 lifetime. Yes, correct. Take care. I need to sort stuff out before sleep. Yo, thank you, James. I look forward to chatting with you next week. Oh, Arctic, what's up? Good to see you over here. Cool. How do I put the questions into your server? If you're talking about the onboarding system where it looks like this, for example, let me know if my camera's ever blocking anything too. I forgot my camera's on the screen. If you're talking about this, that is done via Discord's onboarding system. It's going to be in your server settings under onboarding right here. If you're looking for help with it, I do have a video here that I will link to you that shows you exactly how to set that entire system up. I will go ahead and tag you if you want to check that out, either now or later on. That video will help you set up that entire system. Very useful system. We're going to actually set that up. If you hang out for a little bit longer, we're actually going to set that up in Justin's server here in just a minute. I think that's really all the automod we need for now. We got the welcome message set up. We got the join roles, and we got the rules template. Cool, cool, cool. We're going to add a couple different bots. We're going to add Arcane for a leveling system. We're going to add a ticket system just because I think that could be useful. So we're going to kind of just mass add a couple of bots here to get set up. We're going to do that one. We're going to also do this one. God, the one thing I hate about Arcane is it freaking does this and it doesn't redirect you to the website. Arcane's a great bot and I love it, but I wish they would make that flow a little bit more seamless. Okay, go ahead and add the bot roles to both those. Cool. So now we got those bots in the server. Let's go ahead and set up the leveling system since we had the level roles created. Guy Dash, watching your videos helped me on my first ever home build. Nice, dude. Love to hear that, instructor. Thank you for hanging out for a bit. That was awesome, Chad. Hope to see you again next time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the leveling system set up. So we don't have a... Let's create a little extras category here. Well, I have another cool idea we're going to add. I think this will be cool. This will be pretty cool. So we're going to do levels. Oops. We're going to do a birthday system. That's going to be really cool. I think he'll like that a lot. So we'll do a birthday system. That'll be pretty cool. We're going to refresh this so it populates the levels channel. Arcane Study is more ads than helpful on mobile. Even on mobile, you can't zoom. Oh gosh. Yeah, I haven't used it on mobile at all, but that sounds terrible. Yeah, one of the things I hate about it, and this isn't a problem for most people. I mean, it kind of is a problem when it's your first time using it, is it doesn't redirect you. Like the tickets bot, for example, when you add it, it kicks after you add it and you get the little Discord pop-up thing, the authorization, it at least kicks you here and you can go to the dashboard, or Sapphire, it redirects you straight to the dashboard, right? Arcane, it doesn't redirect you at all. So you have to go back to the Arcane website and then pull up the dashboard. Like it's been like that for literally years now. Like I wish they would fix that, because it's not really as big of a problem for most people, but as it is for me, because I set up servers all day, every day. But I mean, it's still an issue. If someone's brand new to Discord, they're going to add the bot and then be like, okay, what do I do now? Like it just kicked me to a weird screen. Level 20, level 25. And level 30, and we'll be able to customize these roles too, to maybe something that's more like pop culture themed. That will make that system a little more cooler, I think. Would be an issue if there's already 130 members in the server that I want you to make for me. No, that wouldn't be an issue. But when you get in touch with me next week, when it comes to existing servers, I do prefer to have a look at the server before I commit to the project. Just because in some rare instances, some people will have added like 20 different bots to the server and 100 different roles. And at that point, it's much better just to start fresh. It'll take me more time to clean up the entire server than it would to just start fresh, you know? I do like to have a look at the server first before I commit to the project. But 90% of the time, yes, it's totally fine if you have an existing server. That's actually most of my projects these days are existing servers. Yo, what's up, Rubik's? I would recommend, instead of doing, well, if you're doing, how many reaction rolls are you doing? How many does Sapphire offer? Is it like 10? 15. Oh, wow. So you went through all 15 of these. I would honestly recommend you to cut down on the amount of rolls. That's, in my opinion, that is way too many reaction rolls to have inside your server. I would not have that many, in my opinion. I would cut it down as much as possible. And then, like B said, I would recommend utilizing the onboarding system, which we're actually about to set up. Let me add, I want to add just a couple more bots into the server that I think will be, that's not what I wanted. I was trying to type the emoji, the cake emoji. Let's add this. And then we're going to add one more that I think could be cool. We're going to add the lo-fi bot for a little lo-fi radio station. I think that could be cool. I am making reaction rolls. Sapphire just wanted me to create certain reaction rolls since I ran out of limits. You might have, if you can send a screenshot to my Discord help channel, I might can try to give you a little bit better help there. But I'm not, you would, to hit the limit, you would have to have set them up, I think, right? Okay, let's put that there. We're going to go ahead and add the bot in here. That's funny because I'm actually listening to the lo-fi station on YouTube right now. Vote. Tip, if you use the lo-fi bot, I always like to run this command after doing the 24/7 just to make sure it's good to go. And now it's good to go. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the onboarding system. A lot of you guys have been asking about onboarding, so I think this will be cool to give you guys a rundown. Do we have all of our roles created? So we have our ping roles, we have our region roles, and we're also going to do favorite fandom roles. You join our Discord. Oh, that's actually cool. And I do remember someone else said that earlier. I don't remember if it was you or someone else, but that's pretty cool. I didn't know that you can do that. That's Sapphire you're talking about, right, MB? We're gonna hire you to make a Discord server. I don't know how. Too lazy. Yes. So that is going to be. Let me grab you the link. I sent it upwards in the chat earlier. Right here. I'm not accepting new orders until next week, Karu. But join that server there, and then I will make an announcement next week, probably on Monday when I reopen for new orders. Once I make that announcement, just open you up a ticket in the order here channel, and we can get right to work. All right, fandom roles. We're gonna have Marvel, and we're gonna have a DC, and then we're also gonna create one more separator here. That's going to be miscellaneous bots. Which, honestly, I need to just get in a better habit of not creating the bot role when I add them to the server. Okay, there we go. So now we got all the reaction. Okay, so now we got all the onboarding roles set up that we're going to use. So let's go and set up Discord's onboarding system. So we're gonna come to the onboarding tab. We're gonna check it out. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn on two of the automod, the built-in automod recommendations that or automod features that I recommend is going to be the commonly flagged words one, and we're going to do insults and slurs, and we're going to set it to the logging channel. Then we're also going to do suspected spam content and report that to the logging channel as well. So those are two on top of Sapphire's built-in automods that I set up. We're also going to use Discord's built-in automod to block some commonly flagged words, and then also any suspicious users in the server. So now we're going to go to our default channels. We're going to go ahead and turn all these on. We're probably going to add some more to the community, but in terms of categories, this is probably what we're going to stick with for now. Next. All right, so this is the meat and potatoes of the feature, if you will. We're going to first ask, what region are you located? Oh, wait. Before we do this, I forgot. Hold up. I have really cool emojis for these. If you guys want these same emojis that I'm about to use here, look, I have some really cool content emojis, or continent emojis. If you guys are doing region roles inside your server, these are available to download. Again, I really need to take a day where I reorganize this stuff. These are available to download via a thread here, right here. If you come into the Discord help channel, click the threads button up here at the top right. I don't know if you guys can see it because of the camera. The threads button, you'll see a content and emojis thread. You can come here and you can add them straight into your server from there. I really need to make this a bit more organized so it's easier to find that stuff. But yeah, we have some really cool continent emojis for your region roles if you ever plan to do them. So we're going to reset that up. What region are you? Or no, sorry. Where are you located? Sounds better. North America. Because my man Justin's got that worldwide audience, baby. All over the globe. South America. Europe. Shout out to the EU viewers in the chat right now. I know we got a few of them. But Jimmy through true actually. Dude, Mr. Worldwide, bro. Africa. Yeah, I find a lot of use in these, man. One, you guys might have heard me say it earlier, but one, you just get an idea of where your community is located, which in turn gives you an idea of like the different time zones and everything they're in, right? Like I can go into my server and see like how many members are located in each different continent. And it just gives me a good idea of like, if I'm going to make an announcement or do anything in the server, it gives me a good idea to plan how I can, like the time that I should announce it based on what time it might be for the majority of people in the server, right? Next one we're going to set up is alerts. Would you like? Any pop culture alerts? Where can I get continents again? Hold up. I will link you the exact thread and let me finish setting this up and then I'll link it for you. So we're going to do verified news. Receive a notification for verified news alerts. Verified news alerts. We also have set leaks. Receive a notification for set leak alerts. I'm not going to capitalize that actually. Set leak alerts. What up? I need to tell my friend that I'm going to call him back. Okay. No Antarctica? Oh yeah, we do. Oh yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't have one for Antarctica. Rip. And we're going to do favorite fandom. Wait. Oh wait. No, we need to do another answer here. Sorry. Unconfirmed rumors. Receive a notification for any unconfirmed . 'Cause We're going to give those roles some color too. So when you tag them in the chat, they have a nice little color to them. What is your favorite fandom? We could probably add like Lorcana and like Magic maybe to this too. I think would be cool. I don't know what good emojis to signify like Marvel and DC are. I'll have to workshop that. I got the answers for you. Oh, let's go. He's got the answers. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. We're going to wait on the server guide for now. Let's go ahead and just get that saved so we don't lose any of our progress there. Marvel, DC Comics, Star Wars, Avatar, TMNT, Transformers. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so you were asking for... Oh, yes, thank you, B. Yeah, B linked it for you. If you come to the Discord help channel right here, B was very kind and dropped the link for the continent emojis for you. So you can just click that. You can go into the thread. Should take you here. And then you can just download each file separately here. So I have all of them sent as separate files. Just click on it, and then at the top, you can't see it. You can click the little save image button, and you can save it to your computer or your phone, whatever you're using to get them. Thank you for that, B. I set up a new server that helped from some of your videos. Thank you. Yo, Vixen. Thank you. Or yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate the kind words. Thanks for coming over to the stream. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Okay, so let's create those other roles that you mentioned. So he said we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna add a couple new fandom roles here. We're gonna do Star Wars. We're gonna do Avatar. Actually, we'll just leave that as Avatar. The actual role is Avatar. We'll specify on the onboarding question, though. Okay. Like I said, the member questions when they first joined, that's actually exactly what we were just walking through here. I have a video, though, if you want to. I think I linked it above. Is this it?
If you use Discord at all, you're probably familiar.
This is it. I have a video here. You can either rewind the stream and kind of see exactly how we set that up, or if you want like an actual, like a more dedicated, slower walkthrough, check out that video, Warrior. That'll help you a lot. Not right now, but I'm on your server, so I'll stick around and steal some of your tricks. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, our Discord help channel is super active. We got a lot of people that know a lot about Discord. So definitely don't hesitate. If you ever have any questions, just drop them in there. Myself or someone else that's really knowledgeable would definitely be happy to help you out. Okay, so we're gonna add Star Wars here. Star Wars. They have a laser? No. Star. No. Space. Drone? No. Air. Let's just do this for now. I don't know. I don't like that one. Hold up. Let's change this. Let's do the star for this one. What were the other ones? Let's come here. We got DC should be a bat. Oh, that's good, actually. Yeah, that's solid. Forgot about that. TMNT should be a pizza. Oh, that's perfect, because I was straight up about to do a turtle. Transformers. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. That's cool. What are the top bots for utility music YouTube? Joe, if you come over to, if you are not in my community server, I have it pinned at the very top of the chat. It's discord.gg/gesture. If you come in here to the Discord help FAQ, we have a Discord essentials post here. I'm going to copy the link and put it in the chat for you, Joe. If you check that out, we have links to a lot of really good bots that we recommend inside that channel. So definitely recommend checking that out. All right, so now to give you guys a flow of what, to show you guys what we just did. Whenever you join this server now, this is what it's going to look like. You're gonna be greeted with a really nice flow, and it's gonna ask you a few different questions. So your first one is gonna be, where are you located? And it works just like reaction roles. So based on the selection the user makes, they will receive the corresponding role for that selection. They'll click next, then they'll be asked the next question we set up for any pop culture alerts. This one is set up to where they can select multiple different roles. So this one, you notice if you select a different answer, you can only have one answer at a time, versus this one, you can select multiple answers. Obviously for region, if you do region roles in your server, you never want to have it set where they can select multiple, because you only live in one place at a time. And then the last question is going to be, what is your favorite fandom? This is kind of, I don't know, Justin, what you want. I imagine you'd want people to select multiple of these, right? Maybe we select, what is your favorite I think we reword that question to say, what is your favorite? What are your favorite fandoms? There we go. That's much better. Cool. So now to show you the full flow. Region roles. Perfect. We got pop culture alerts. Perfect. We got, what is your favorite fandom? Marvel, DC, Star Wars. Next. Then the final step is the rules screening portion, which will ask the user to, this works just like a rules verification system. Highly recommend using this over a rules verification system, like with a traditional like bot, you know. It gets attached to the onboarding flow, so the user has to do it right when they join. They don't have to go find a channel and do it later. You also don't have to worry about a bot potentially going down and the user can't verify because the bot isn't working, right? So they'll come in here, scroll down, read the rules, click finish, then they'll be dropped into the server and can start interacting. So one of the best features on Discord right here is the onboarding feature. If you're not using it and you want to do something like reaction roles or a verification type of system or anything like that, definitely recommend using this. Very, very helpful. Actually, here's a question. What do you think about the bot, Makai? Yeah, Makai is really good. I covered it in a video, not really in depth, but probably about 3 years ago now, I did a video on the top 5 utility bots. It's a little bit different from the video I just did about a month ago, which was just the top 5 bots on Discord that I recommend. I split it up into like different types of bots. So like the best utility, the best engagement, the best productivity, stuff like that. But Makai is pretty good. I really like the dashboard. It's got one of the cleanest dashboards, I will say. But I don't like how they lock some of the features they lock behind the paywall. It's just like embedded messages. You can't create a single embedded message for free, which is really weird to do for a Discord. I don't know. Any other Discord bot like Dino, Carlbot, anything like that, you can at least create a couple embedded messages for free. They even replied to, they posted a comment, the official Makai YouTube account commented on that video a few years back. And they were like thanking me because it wasn't a sponsor thing, you know, I just liked their bot. And they commented on it saying like, thanks for the video and everything. And they were like, you know, we only try to have the most essential features. So I guess you could argue that embedded messages aren't necessarily an essential feature, but I feel like it's not a complex feature, you know, so it should be something that's there for free, in my opinion. But overall, I think it's, let me actually pull up the dashboard because I put it up about a couple months ago, but I know you guys are saying they revamped the dashboard. So let's see what it looks like. It's definitely a great bot. I would not say it's a bad bot. If you want to use it, it's definitely good. Do I have it? Surely I have it in the server with like 1,000 bots. Oh, wow, they did. They must have just revamped this. Okay. Hold up. I just pulled this bot up like a month and a half, 2 months ago, and it didn't. Okay, this is nice. I will say I really like the old dashboard too, but this does look pretty nice. They have a birthday system now. Birthday, really? That's crazy. The birthday role is pretty, I mean, at least you can do the shout out, but like, come on. Economy. Okay, well, this isn't bad. Well, I mean, it's kind of bare bones though. I wouldn't. Activity reward. Is there a shop you can set up anywhere maybe? Track and view detailed server activity, statistics, and trends. Premium. This is the one thing I don't like. I wish a lot of bots would do better about this and like display if there's like premium stuff on this before they have levels. Wow, and the level rolls aren't behind premium. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, wait, hold up. I kind of like this. Giveaways. Premium. Wow, they have music? Wow, and it's not premium either. Scheduled messages, that's cool. Discord is working on a scheduled messages feature. I don't know when it's going to come out, but they're going to have a native scheduled messages feature finally really soon. Axe Miner, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. A week or something. They updated on September 13th. I went on for the leveling system. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty clean. I'd have to play around with how much their auto moderation look like. Okay. You can block links. It seems like you can do all this for free. Invite links is separate. Cool. That's cool. Okay. Pretty much all their auto mod is free, which is very nice. Because really the only bot that I know of that you can block, like not just Discord invite links, but like external links has always been Sapphire. Pretty much every other bot, when it comes to their auto mod feature, they end up locking the external links feature behind premium, which makes sense because it is a little bit more advanced, but it's nice to see other bots offering that for free, you know? What bot is this? This is Makai. I'll drop it in the chat if you guys are interested. I have not used it a ton myself. I used it a couple years ago and I briefly covered it in a video, but it's definitely good. But yeah, like B said, a lot of these, when it comes to like all-in-one types, they can be a little bit kind of like janky and everything. So I'll definitely play around with this more. I appreciate you guys letting me know. I did not know that they kind of overhauled everything here. So I will definitely on my own time kind of play around with this and see what I think, see what the limitations are and everything compared to something like Sapphire that I talk about all the time, you know? That's really cool. I appreciate you guys letting me know that. I definitely like that a lot. That's cool. They have a leveling system too that you don't have to pay for. I like that a lot. I'm curious how many roles it lets you set up though. If it's something like 3, that'd kind of be lame. I have a problem. Like I set up the roles and new members join, they automatically get admin and owner. If you're using Discord's onboarding feature, I would check all of your questions here and see what roles you're assigning with that. You could have accidentally set up an admin role or something on one of these answers. Or if it's not that, I would check every bot you have in the server and see if you have a role, one of those roles set up as a join role for the bot. Because that could definitely be a possibility. Two channels I want to add or show for is physical media. Oh yeah, it's a good one. Would you want other miscellaneous stuff under community? Like, would you want like, I'm almost thinking if we move like I don't know how much like off topic stuff you want like for community. Like, I don't know if like, I don't think a memes channel would be that good for you. Maybe we could do a gaming channel. We have artwork down here. Almost wondering if we just like kind of move the pop culture stuff up here and just get rid of this category there. What the? Why did that close? Okay. I thought the stream went down. Can you guys still? My YouTube dashboard just crashed. Are we still good? Okay. We're still good. Okay, we are. That was trippy. My YouTube dashboard just like fully crashed. Thanks for looking at opinion. Yeah, of course. I'll definitely play around with it some more. I think that'd be cool to kind of do an update video on. If it's worth it enough, you know. I don't know how much their premium is either. Do they have a lifetime plan? They probably don't. Let me see. Yeah, they have monthly and yearly. It's only $10 a month. I mean, it's not terrible. $7 a month, the yearly, $80 a year. It's not bad. I wish more bots would do freaking lifetime stuff, man. Okay, let me read some notes from Justin here. I think in the community, I want to add letterboxed. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's do physical media. DVD. Isn't there like a, yeah, this one. Physical media. Letterboxed. We'll kind of do since it's like a review-based channel or a review-based website, we'll probably change that though. We can turn editorial to a channel that journalists can post in. Yes, it is like that. It's already set up to where only people with a journalist role can message in it. Oh, popcorn isn't a bad idea too. But I think the star works good, yeah, because it's like it's review based. I've had about 16 or so level rolls to Makai. Well, that beats out Arcane, which is a dedicated leveling bot. You can only do 15 with it. I know Lurk is a really good leveling bot too. I need to look into using that more. A lot of people tell me that that's a lot better than Arcane. I just use Arcane still because I'm just so familiar with it. And it's still the only thing I use Arcane for is the leveling system. And no server I set up ever has more than 15 level rolls in it. So it's never really been an issue. What should I give for leveling up though? What's a good idea? I'm trying to think for your case specifically. Maybe you could do like, we could set up like behind the scenes chat. An idea, but I don't think it would be as useful for you as like you can set up a giveaway system where whenever people have when they hit a certain level roll, they can get access to enter in exclusive giveaways or something. Move it out of a category so it's important and stands out. Oh, the letterbox. So do you want to like up here at the top? Is that what you mean? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Can you tell me how I can let a dev safely work on my Discord server without risking them taking over? So that is a tricky one. The best way, if you don't want to give them the full, if you don't 100% trust them and you don't want to give them the full admin permission, which is generally required, you can come in and kind of give individualized settings, like let them manage channels, let them manage roles. This will give them the ability to create and edit and delete channels, create, edit, and delete roles. Manage server. This might be a riskier one because this is what, if they don't have the administrator permission, they're going to need this one to be able to add bots. So if you want them to add bots into the server, they're going to need to have the manage server permission. Or if you don't want to have them add bots, then if that's what you're worried about is them adding like a risky bot or something, then don't give them this one, right? You can give them manage roles, manage channels, but don't give them manage server if you don't want to risk them adding bots. Editorial. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Yo, self-improvement. You asked that question at a perfect time. I actually just posted finally an updated video yesterday. It covers the entire new Whop UI and the new system and everything. I'm gonna link it to you in the chat here. Check out that video. I just uploaded that yesterday. That'll show you exactly how to set all that up. Janil used Lurker to start with. Yeah, it's pretty good because he uses Me 6 now, right? Pretty much fully. Okay, let's set this as read only, but okay, we already did set that as read only journalist. I was gonna say we could add something like social alerts for you, Justin, but that would only really be if you plan to upload to YouTube a little bit more, or maybe Twitch or like streams or anything on YouTube, because we can't do threads, unfortunately. There's no threads automation that exists that I have been able to find. Yeah, he does. Guy, how's he been liking it so far? Does he like it a lot? I also don't know why it doesn't hold up. I'm going to see if I can get it to show. Why doesn't it show I'm streaming as my status? Connections. Oh, wow. It just told me this account has been revoked. Hold up. I'm going to swap to... Dang, I'm glad I just found that. It revoked my YouTube account. Where's the... Wait a second. What was the tab I was just on? Oh, wait. I was over here. Here we go. This account has been revoked. Hold on. Let me resync this up. There we go. Okay. That was weird. Okay. Close that out. We'll close some tabs here. Thanks. You're welcome, Axmeyer. You're welcome. You're welcome, self-improvement. I'm not going to be doing Discord reviews or anything today. I might do that for a future stream. If I decide to do some more of these streams, I might do that for a future one, but I'm not going to be reviewing any servers or anything today. You're welcome to post screenshots and stuff in my Discord help channel here and ask for like feedback if you want to. But I'm not going to actually like join it and do like an in-depth look over or anything right now. He does use Sapphire for logging. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about Me6 is their logging system. You can't customize. We were talking about that last week or so. You can't customize what type of logs go to what channel, you know? I also feel like Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I do the same thing. Like I don't use a bot or anything. Like I post all my own alerts. I still set it up for a lot. Like pretty much every client I work with that, do I have the correct scene up? Okay, I do. Pretty much every client I work with that I'm setting up a server for and they're like a creator, they still want it set up. But me personally, I send out all my own just because I think it's a lot more like authentic, you know. When it comes from a bot, a lot of people might just see that as spam and not want to click it because most people are in freaking almost 100 Discord servers these days, so they're getting tagged from bots all the time from different creators uploading stuff. So I always do it myself just because I think it comes off as a little more authentic to the user and it might incentivize them to actually interact with the notification a little bit more, you know. So yeah, I think that'd be a great route to go. It's just posting it yourself when you want, if you want to, you know. I know you post a lot on threads too, so it would probably be a little bit kind of overwhelming if you were to post it nonstop. I don't know if you responded yet. Would you want to get rid of pop culture and kind of put these up here in the community tab, or do you have a thought about that? Okay. We were going to do something with the TCG channels too. What were we going to do with the TCG channels again? Is it just me or just would the camera be better off like down here at the bottom? Am I tripping or do you guys think this is better and takes up less space? I think this looks a little bit better. Everyone tag needs 100 plus pins. Yeah. Fusion community is convention hall. Ooh, I like that. Looks better like that? Yeah, I think so too. Anybody help me fix up my server? Yes, so I do offer a service where you can hire me to fully create your Discord server. The link is right here if you want to join. I'm not accepting new orders until next week, but the Live Warrior, if you're interested, you're welcome to join the server, check things out. And I'd love to work with you next week if you're interested in getting your server either fully created, revamped, whatever the case is. I'd be happy to help you out. I don't know if we need a TCG channel since not a lot of people engage with that. Yeah, what you could do is just not have it for now. And then, you know, as you start getting community members joining the server, you know, like I was saying earlier, you may have heard me, it's definitely to start a little more smaller scale and grow as the server grows, you know? So I think it's definitely fine for now. You know, when people might ask for it after they join, like a dedicated space for that. And then it's something you could add. Do you think a gaming channel would be helpful? Because I know you talk about games a lot. Would you want a gaming channel in the convention hall section, maybe? I imagine a lot of your community is pretty interested in gaming stuff too. Let's do the controller. I kind of like the Joy-Con though. I'm gonna put letterbox here. I think that's more important. Would you recommend to grow a monthly recurring revenue type of private Discord server? I already do have a landing page. So growing is very hard. If you aren't posting on social anywhere, I don't know what type of server what industry you're in. Content, like if you post anywhere on social, having a social presence and being able to promote it that way is definitely by far the best way that you're going to find members. Paid advertising can work well too. I've worked with a lot of sports betting creators that have run like paid advertisements and stuff for their sports betting groups, and that has worked really well. So that's definitely another route if you're willing to invest some kind of money into like paid advertising. I have heard from certain clients I've worked with in the past that had some good success from that. Now, where you would go to do that, I couldn't really give you any insight in regards to that. They've just told me that they ran paid advertisements and it worked pretty well for them. And these were mainly sports betting creators that told me this. So your mileage may vary. When it comes to making stuff with Meta's API, it can be a bit annoying since they have to review how you're using their API in your project. From there, you may or may not be able to use their API. I see. For editorial, would you recommend putting under a category? If so, I got a good name for it. Possibly. Yeah, what would you want to call it? Let's do it and see what it looks like. I think that would probably be better. I think that would be better. The daily, oh, that's perfect, dude. That is perfect. Do you think the newspaper roll or the stack looks better? I kind of like the roll. That's pretty good. Keep current permissions. Spider, like a spider web? Or an actual spider? I don't know if I like the spider. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't show too well. Let's do the newspaper roll. I think that looks good. Also, we need to change DC to bat here. That's way more fitting. There we go. We got a pretty solid foundation here. Oh, let's set up the birthday system. I need to set up the ticket system too. Let's create a new role. I've been adding this to a lot of people's servers lately. People really enjoy this system. Let's just do this for now. Hey bro, I'm planning to sell it for 50 euros per month, and my goal is to have 500 paid members in the beginning and then scale it from there. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, let me know how it goes. If you do decide to do any paid advertising, if you're in my server, you're welcome to give me a tag and kind of let me know the results of it and everything. Definitely would love for you to keep me updated on that. Maybe stupid question, but is there any sort of integration with sites, let's say for a server related to a book community, you somehow link Goodreads? Is that a website that like post articles and stuff? Is it kind of like a news feed where they post like articles and whatnot? Goodreads. Because there are bots like, let me show you. There are bots like this. They're called RSS feed bots. Pretty much any website that has like that posts like news articles and stuff will have what's called an RSS feed. Don't really know exactly what it stands for, if I'm honest with you. I'm not too knowledgeable in terms of like the tech behind this, but it's books and people leave reviews. Okay, so it's kind of like Letterboxd for, oh, exactly what Justin just said. Yeah. Yeah, I keep calling him, I don't beat games as Justin, for you guys in the chat. He's one of my really good friends. I don't know exactly. I would have to Discord Letterboxd automation. Let's search this first. On to automatically post reviews from Letterboxd. Oh, if this, then that. This looks correct to me. What's not working? Something in Discord says. If this, then that. IFTTT. Discord. This would be something paid. Really simple syndication. Let's go. If you ever have like a freaking really techie question, B is here to help. IFTTT, Discord, Goodreads. Integrate good. Okay. So you might be able to do this. Search for Discord workflows. Load more applets. Hold up. Goodreads. Goodreads to Twitter. Goodreads to Discord. I'm sure Zapier, yeah, Zapier could probably do it too. That's a good recommendation. Zapier, Goodreads, Discord. Zapier could most likely do it too. Book like a boss. Okay, here you go. New booking. Automatically do this. Send message, send direct, send channel message. Wait, new booking. Is that? Book like a boss? That is not what we want. Goodreads is what we want. Oops. Is he gonna search? What the heck? Yeah, your best solutions would possibly be Zapier. But it almost looks like they don't offer use app tags like Goodreads as your app trigger. Zapier, Goodreads. Or make.com. Make.com is another really good complete Zapier user guide, Goodreads. Oh wow, that's literally a book about Zapier. We don't want that. Yeah, I'm not sure 100% on that, Vixen. I would have to do a little more research and play around with it. But the 3 recommendations I would give you to look into, and these would likely be paid, I don't believe you'd be able to do this for free, would be Zapier, IFTTT, and then maybe make.com. Those are possibly the 3. They're like automation platforms, right? So they like those 3 platforms are built for connecting one platform to another platform, right? So like connecting Goodreads to Discord. So whenever something happens on Goodreads, it triggers something to happen on Discord. So those would be the best abilities to do those, or the best platforms to look into doing those. I can try to look that up a little bit more when I'm off stream, to see if we could figure something out there. Yeah, we could probably do this for free, or I'm sorry, not. We could probably do this with Letterboxd, I would imagine, Justin. I just don't know if it would be free though. B says that IFTTT is mostly free now, so maybe we could. Control of RSS feeds. Oh, wait. Yeah, do they? You can auto-publish from your profile's RSS feed. Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, if you can, like, get on there and get me your RSS... If you can find an RSS feed URL for your Letterboxd page, we could maybe do that. I'd have to get you to set it up from your end, though, because I've already maxed out on it. That bot that I was recommending, this bot is account-based, Discord account-based and not server-based. I've already set up the max amount of feeds that I can have on my account for free, which is like 5. So I'd have to hop on a call with you and I could show you how to set that up. Bro, it's huge. Oh God. Is it like a really long URL? Oh, dude, thanks. You're welcome. Got my letterbox? That's funny because I literally have it right here. It posts glimpses of the reviews. Oh, that's cool. So basically like this. It posts a little snippet. Yeah, that is really long. How to find RSS feed URL. If you scroll up, the RSS feed thing is there. Holy, okay, wait, it should just be B might be able to tell me which one I'm supposed to use. Hold up. Nope. Okay. That was long. Hold on. By looking for a link relative or RSS plus XML. XML in S. Atom. You know what? I'm just going to copy. I imagine it's going to be something with this. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to DM it to you because we will be using that something. We will probably be using that later. There we go. Justin says hello, people of the YouTube live stream. We will use that later. We'll figure that out. Not that far. We have exceeded the wheelhouse of information there. Okay, let's do a couple more things. I'm gonna have to hop off in about 15 minutes, guys. So we're gonna kind of put some finishing touches here. I got to, my dad's coming over to help me with a couple things. We got to run a couple errands, so I'm going to have to hop off in about 15 minutes here. I wanted to come to the engagement tab, turn all these off, and we're going to direct the boost to the boost channel here. So all boost will now go there. There was something else. Oh yeah, we wanted to set up the ticket system. Let's do that. No idea what I call my community. Yeah, we're gonna have to brainstorm that. What would you call? Yeah, no, I think it needs to be something a little more creative. I think we could definitely come up with something. Okay, so let's do add admin, add support. I'm thinking for a ticket system, we set up a double entendre. I think we do a regular support system on top of like a brand partnership thing. Maybe if you ever have any like brands or anything that join the server, kind of like what I have here on my server. We have so many tickets. Where it's like a multi-system where like I have a sponsorship and queries option. I think something like that could be maybe useful. Let's do it. Let's do a little side by side here again for a moment. We need, did we close out of the tickets thing? No, it's right there. Let's just close all that. Let's do this sideways. Web dashboard. Kiwa, what's going on? Welcome in to the stream. I don't games. Star Labs from the Flash. Yeah, I think yeah, that would be cool. IDBG Labs is really cool too. If you wanted it to be more like, if you wanted to incorporate your name with it still, that would be really cool too, I think. I like the idea of that. Also, I'm gonna, if you want to join at any time, I'm gonna go and send you an invite just so you can kind of see stuff in the server yourself. I just want to make a Discord server. Dude, let me know who you find to do that, because I so badly need to redo my graphics in this server. Like, I desperately need an overhaul of all the graphics so badly. I was looking through Fiverr to try to find someone. Like, I need to just send out a thing in my server and see if there's any graphic designers in the server that would want to do that. Hey, maybe in the chat, is there anyone that does like really cool graphic work that would want to design some stuff for me? Because I need new images. I need a invite background, because everything I'm using right now is old and it's just not it's not actually made for that. Like the server invite background is literally just my banner for YouTube, which is extremely outdated already. So I want an actual server invite background. I want an actual banner that's like better than this one, that has a little more to it. So hey, if anyone in the chat is into graphic design, let me know. Open a ticket in my server. I would love to be able to do some work with you. Okay, let's set up a little multi-panel system here. Placeholder. We're just kind of gonna hold up. Support tickets. No. Let's do this one. Brand partnerships. Brand partnership tickets. Brand partnership tickets. Yeah. Dude, I'm so afraid to change my profile. Dude, I really need to change my profile picture. Like, this picture is like 4 years old. But I just don't want to change it, because like people know, like they're gonna think it's not me when I change it, right? They're gonna think I'm some kind of freaking impersonator like I get all the time. So like, I don't feel like I can change it, and it's not even a good pick either, dude. I really need to update it. Like, I changed it when I started freelancing just to give me a little bit more of a professional look, because my old one was like really kind of memey. But I want to do like an actual professional headshot, but I'm afraid to change it because I feel like I'm trapped, like you said, honestly. Honestly. Okay. General support. Okay, so you will see why we're not really filling this out crazily right now is because all this text right here in the panel content isn't gonna matter yet. It's not gonna matter yet. We're gonna create a second panel. We're gonna do, oh man, it's not refreshed with the, hold up. It's gonna make me log out and log back in, isn't it? Some bots are weird. Yep, it's gonna make me log out. Some bots do not like to update unless you just fully log out. How are you? Yo, Jakey Stumbles. What's going on? I'm doing pretty well. How are you? Oh, that would be cool. Jarvis. Would you want to update like the overarching bot role, or each bot could be named something different maybe? That could be cool too. Like one bot could be Jarvis, one bot could be R2D2. The bot role? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Which one do you prefer? That is a great idea though. I really like that. Okay. Brand partnerships, placeholder. This is going to be support as well. This is going to be, so no, this is going to be brand partnership. This is going to be, cool. All this text can be updated too. You know how to fetch follower count for a stats VC like you have in your server? I don't know how to do that. No, because you mentioned you're coding your own bot. So if you're asking me how to set that up with your own bot, I would not be able to help you in regards to that. I don't have any programming or coding knowledge, unfortunately. Is Tickets V2 compared to Ticket King? I have never heard of Ticket King, so I can't really compare the two. But in terms of ticket bots, I do really like Tickets V2. Yes, it's definitely my go-to bot for a ticket system. All right, now we're going to create a multi-panel. So this is where it's actually going to get created. Support tickets. I'm going to kind of use the same setup that I have over here. I need your user ID. Where that best suits your inquiry. General support. Yo, you're welcome, William. You have a great rest of the day, man. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Brand partnerships. Partnerships. Please use this option if you would like to get in touch with. Oh, no. Okay, that is sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Now, if we go back to the server, you can see this doesn't look too great. Oh, wow. I didn't realize. Now my camera's in the way. Let's put it up here now. Now, once we send this, this will look a lot better. Oh, I didn't change the colors. Hold on. I can do that. I didn't change the way the freaking buttons look. Okay, general support. Yeah, we'll just keep that as blue. Let's do this though. Little mailbox. A little mailbox looks a lot better. And let's do for brand partnerships. Let's do green. Sparkle, is that it? Brand partnerships. Boom. So now we can delete both of these. And now we have a multi-panel ticket system where if a user clicks general support, the ticket is going to open in the general support category. And then also if they open a brand partnerships, it is going to open in the brand partnership tickets category. Pretty nifty. This is, did I already make this read only? No, I didn't. Let's go ahead and set that as read only. Also, Justin, I don't know if you prefer to have like a little welcome thing like this where it logs every member that joins, or if you would rather have a static message. What I think will be much better is we set up next stream be to set me up a server. Hey, we could definitely do that. We could definitely look at doing that. I think what would be better for you is we set up Discord server guide, which is part of onboarding. So like in my server, if you go through the onboarding flow, I think this would just look a lot cleaner and professional for you. At the end of the onboarding flow, so we have the 3 questions, we have the rules. You can set up a server guide that kind of looks like this, where it's a really nice, like quick start guide to the server, right? You can have your own. Now, some of this is locked behind the boosting system, which is, you know, Discord boost. Like the banner up here, this is locked behind the boosting system. So you wouldn't be able to have that without enough boost on the server. But you'd be able to have everything else. You could have like your own little server profile over here. None of this is part of the boosting. This is all paid except for the banner here. You'd be able to write your own custom message here, welcoming the user to the server, a couple of channels for them to go to, like quick start channels. You know, you can even have like, if you wanted to set up an introductions channel, like I have, you can have it to where it doesn't check off of the checklist until they actually send a message in the channel. So I definitely think that'd be really useful to set up. So we'll probably do that. And then if you want to keep, I have a static welcome message in my server, but I mean, it kind of doesn't really serve a great purpose because the server guide does this exact same thing right here. This is more so just for me to see how many people are joining on a daily basis and everything, you know, or if for any reason I need to go back and see when a user joined the server, I can kind of refer back to here if I need to. But yeah, some people prefer to have this private too. Like I've set up a lot of servers on my clients where they want to have this so they can see people joining, but they just don't want it to be public facing. They want it to be private. So like that's a thing we could do too. Yeah, and this can all be customized if you wanted to keep this. Like this is just the basic message from Sapphire. We can definitely customize like the actual wording. That goes for all the bot stuff, like any of the wording on any of this stuff in the server. That can all be like fully customized and all. One more thing I do want to set up here is I know you wanted a stage channel. You will be the only, you and admins will be the only one with access to that. You want to do that later tonight? Yes, if not later tonight, I should be able to. Yeah, I should have time. At the latest, maybe we could reconnect tomorrow if I'm not able to tonight. It just depends on how long. I'm gonna have to go do a couple things with my dad. He needs my help with a few things, so it just depends on how long that takes. If it doesn't take too long, then yeah, I'd definitely be down to. But yeah, I think we got a solid foundation. This is this looks very good. Obviously, like I said, we can customize all the bot stuff. Like if you get a new, like if you want to add a logo to any of these images, like in my server, like I have logos on stuff. You know, we can add logos to stuff like this. Oh, we should add a links channel too to have all your links. Let me do that. We can create a nice little message for that later. I won't be able to do that now because I'm about to have to hop off, but we should definitely have a channel for all your social links. That'd be huge. I have a good stream idea, rating viewer servers. Yeah, that might be something I bring back in the future. I did that a lot a couple years ago when I used to stream on this channel. This is my first stream back here in a few years. Kind of wanted to just test the water. This is something I've been wanting to do for I don't be games for a while, is set him up a new server for his community. I figured, you know what better of a way to do that than to just kind of do it on a live stream and kind of let you guys see the flow. You guys can jump in, ask questions like y'all been doing, get my feedback on certain things. Overall, it was pretty fun. I really enjoyed this. I definitely would like to get back to doing it in somewhat more of a reoccurring basis, you know. I don't know if I'll do it every week yet, but I do want to try to do like streams over here, maybe at least bi-weekly, and then maybe if I get to a point where I can do them weekly, you know, maybe we do them weekly, and then start mixing in other ideas, you know, instead of it just being like me sitting down making servers right here and you guys asking questions. We can have implement other actual ideas to it, you know, like one where I review servers, you know, lots of different ways that we could, we're going to do a strictly Q&A thing, right? Where it's like, I'm not really sidetracked with making stuff. I'm like strictly just kind of answering your questions and helping you out with stuff. There's a lot of different ideas that I've been trying to play around with. So, yeah, I would love to, I definitely would implement that again. Jace, what's going on, man? Long time no chat, dude. I hope you're doing well. Discord podcast soon. I know, right? I can't stay long. Just wanted to say thank you because your video helped me so much today on my first server. Alice, thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. And no worries. You came in at the perfect time. I'm actually about to hop off for the day. But hey, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. That is going to... that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and head out of here. I got a few things I have to go do, a couple errands I have to run. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out. That was a lot of fun. Definitely would love to do some more of these. So I will keep you guys updated. If you're not already in my community server, I have the link pinned at the top of the chat, discord.gg/gesture. Definitely join up. I'll be able to keep you guys updated on everything in terms of future streams that might be happening. So eventually would like to get to a weekly basis, but probably for now, just starting out, it might be like bi-weekly. So maybe in 2 weeks from now, you know, we do another one right at the start of October or something. So I'll keep you guys in the loop, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. That was a lot of fun. And I'll see you guys next time. That was fun. And I Don't Be Games, go give him a follow. Justin, if you want to link your YouTube and your threads, go ahead and spam them in the chat. Go give him a follow. If you are into any type of pop culture stuff, comic stuff, even gaming stuff, Justin is super into that scene. He's literally the dude that keeps me up to date on like anything related to that world. So he's like my legit news source these days. Jace, thank you for tier 3, dude. Holy smokes. Bro, I really appreciate that. You did not have to do that, man. That is awesome. Thank you so much, dude. You're a legend for that, man. I hope you've been doing well, dude. It's been a long time. We'll have to like actually catch up a little bit more sometime. It's been a hot minute. I know I was messaging you like a month or two ago about some stuff, but nah, I appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing really well with everything. But all right, guys, I'm out for the day. Thank you guys for hanging out. That was a lot of fun. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys next time. We'll definitely do some more of these soon. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for hanging out. Later, everyone.